Right, what's happening, everyone? Yeah, we are chilling with the narrator yet again. This is Interrogation 2. So we asked us all a few days ago for some questions or whatever you want to talk about, and there's some belter ones in here. So I'm going to start at the bottom on the comment section and work my way up. Now, this is a long one. This from Faisal. Right, I'm going to read it all out, right, if I can. Let's see, one sec. So bear with me on this one. Yeah, there might be a few like little gaps and all that because I'm trying to read and talk to you at the same time. So again, we're just basically chilling with the narrator for a bit, right? So this is more advice for me than a question for you. I'd appreciate as many options as possible, especially if I've been in the same situation or something similar. As a successful man in my late 40s, I have built a life for myself and my family that is far removed from the rough and troubled upbringing that shaped me into the person I am today. Growing up in Manchester, I was surrounded by crime, violence and a sense of rough justice that taught me valuable lessons in morality, responsibility, respect, honour, independence and strength. Okay, right, so one sec. Let me just read the rest of it, lad, because I'm just going to read it all out. If you want to see what the full question is, then go to the community section. Right, let me just scan it, like, because I know where you're going with this one already, I can tell. Right, there's my answer. No, stop being a bellend. You've got out the game. You've gone to work. You've made something of yourself in like the legitimate world, and what? Now you're going to go back to it. So what happens if you get nicked? If you get nicked, right, and you've had a gap of it for whatever, what? So what? You're in your late 40s now. So what? You were active. What about 20 or something? So let's just say 25 years. So you've been legit for 25 years. You've climbed you up the top of the legitimate ladder, and now you're looking at going back. No, lad, get your shit together. Yeah, it's not for you. Yeah. So what's going to happen is you think it's all roses now because you're going back to when you used to graft, but right now in the world of graft, it's totally different than then, and you're not up to times with what the technology is and all that. So you're going to go into grafting thinking it's still 25 years ago, and you're going to get nicked in about a week because there's just so many different ways and techniques that the police use. You're not on it. You need to be on it. You need to be on the ball. So if you're going to do that, I'm not telling you what to do or whatever, but you've asked my advice. My advice is no. Yeah, just go and open another business, or I don't know, just whatever. You should be working for yourself if that's where you're going with it. So instead of focusing on going into grafting, going back, yeah. What about your family? What about your kids? Yeah. You've got too much to lose now. Just put all your time and effort and what money you've got saved up into making a new business, what's standalone, and working the job you're in now until your self-employed business is up and running. Yeah, that's my advice, lads. Right, so the next one's off one of the Welsh lads, proper belter, spoke to him loads of times and all that, right? So, what's the most you allegedly made in a day or a week? Do you know what? Honest to God, it was a belter, right? Someone got hold of something what was robbed off someone. Not as it mean, it was from out the way. So, the limo was a bit shit, but it was like, let's just say like 2-1. So, what I've done was I got it off him. He didn't even know how much it was worth. He just had done a snatch and he was going in for something else or whatever. And he ended up grabbing that. So he's come to me, he's like, lad, can you do anything? I'm like, how much do you want for it? He went, 10 grand. I was like, yeah, go on, sounds. So he gave me like 4 boxes for 10 grand. And then I spanned them boxes for like 26 grand, I think it was each. So yeah, that was like probably the best day I've had in this world. Do you know what I mean? What was like mostly all profit, do you get me? Right, same lad. Did your parents know what you were up to when you went to jail the first time? What was the convo with them like when you come out? Or if they visited? First convo on the visit. Right, you know what, it was a bit heavy that because the first time I went away, it was nothing to do with graft, it was just silly shit. And I half got like slammed for it when I shouldn't have, do you know what I mean? So when my mum and my dad come to visit me, they were just disappointed, you could see them. They was like half disgusted and like, you know what I mean, felt ashamed being in there. And our kid comes to visit me and he was going to me, lads, where are you going with this, where are you, blah, 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 blah. But a funny one is when I went to court, right, when I went to court, because I hadn't been sentenced, when I went to court, my bird was there, and then some birds who I was meeting was there at the same time. So it was like proper awkward, yeah. That was like proper awkward. Now, sounds like a rap, but I have my reasons. Right, so closest cause to getting jailed. Lads, I've been slanged like 7 times. Should have been well more, but I just got away with shit, you know what I mean? Let's see. Did they catch someone else? And you just, well, there's a story there, right? I wasted some kid in town, and there was this like little firm. We were like, they weren't around me, but they wanted to be around me a little bit. So as I wasted the kid, put him out and left him, this kid, he was not on the, he was my mate now, but he weren't like in my firm. He ran over and kicked him in the head and got grabbed by plods. So I didn't really know until about 2 years later I seen him and he was like, lad, I've just done 18 months for you. I went, what do you mean? He went, me and this other kid, we kicked him in the face and plod grabbed us and he blamed us, asking who you were, so I didn't tell him, so we got slammed for it. Stupid boy. What are you kicking people in the face on the floor for? It's your own fault. Right, same person again. Hope they're not too federal, but if they are, what's your favourite takeaway? Chinese, lad. Chinese or Indian. Yeah, Chinese or Indian. Fastest car you've been in, and any big wrecks. I've wrapped loads of cars. Fastest car I've been in was a Cosworth, yeah, absolute animal. It was all like all the seats were going out of it. It had like scaffy bars in it, you know, like all that shit. It was like made for racing. I think it was like I'm not sure, but I think it was between 1,000 and 1,200 brake horsepower. So that's the fastest car I've ever been in, and believe you me when I tell you, it was absolutely rapid. Made the M5 look like a go-kart. Yeah, let's see. Right, we've got should get a Discord server, mate. Lad, you've said this a few times, I'm sure of it. We have. I'm going to post a link soon, yeah. Let's see. Tell us about the situation that turned from something to just comedy. No, what, I've got a few belter ones over that, you know. Honest to God, right, honest to God, I find the funny side of every single thing, so that's like how I sort of have to get past it. So there's loads, most things have turned to comedy, most things, but there's never been nothing that's like being serious that's turned into everyone laughing. It's just being serious, and then it's turned to like whoever I've been with after we've done what we were doing, laughing. But I'm not going to go into that. But you don't want me to go into that. YouTube will block me. Right, best Scouse boxer, Liverpool boxer. I go back to like old school before the rules were the rules, right? So there was a fella called Felix Scott, yeah. It was like around like the 1800s, late 1800s and that. He had 30 fights, he won 16, he lost 11, he drew 3. So, I don't know, yeah, that's like, in them days, it was like proper straighteners, do you know what I mean? Like proper straighteners, you know. Before today's rules, boxing matches, there was no time on the round. It used to just go off, yeah. So, if you're looking at warrior shit and you're looking at gloves and you're looking at proper straighteners, then them old days are like the ones, you know what I mean? So, I don't really follow boxing now. I used to when I was a kid and all that, but I don't really bother with it no more because, you know, to be fair, ever since like that Tyson-Jake Paul fight, what is boxing? Do you know what I mean? Right, username @FunnyDad. Alright mate, what's your thoughts on digital currency? It's a proper scam. It's a scam because what they can do is if you're on warrant, they'll cut your money off. So you're absolutely fucked, yeah. So once that comes into play and that, everyone's just proper fucked. It's a blag, it's a scam. And with digital currency, here's how it works, right? People don't realise it, but the Bank of England charges banks £10 for a £10 note in real money, but it only charges them £4 for £10 in digital currency. So that's why banks are trying to make it into digital currency, because they make well more dough on it. And the rest of it is just going to be a byproduct or a side effect, which is bad for everyone, to be totally fair. Yeah. How can that be good? It can't be good. If your money can be controlled remotely by someone else, you're absolutely fucked, yeah. Now, I get this all the time, yeah, it's similar to it. This is Loz ATLFC. Would you ever consider writing a book or making a film from some of the fictional stories you have? I think that Guy Ritchie should be your film director, if so. Love all your stories, Scouse. You know what? I wouldn't do anything with anyone except myself. So I'm trying to learn, you know, I'm improving all the time, you know, the stories, the delivery of it and the visuals, which you don't know about, but you will soon. And, you know, I'm just getting into it. It's just like a hobby what I didn't know I had, or the talent I didn't know I had, what I seem to have because going by what all you say. So if I was going to do a film or I was going to do anything like that, then I'd be the director. I wouldn't really let no one else like take charge of it, because it'd be different. So imagine like if a film director got the stories and the way they talked, it'd be like proper English, and then Scouse was in a car and he took off really fast, whereas I'm like, and I was in a car flying like ba 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 ba. See the difference? The difference is what makes it, in my opinion, like likeable and relatable, yeah. Right, so let's see. Stephen Johnson 3839. Adventures of Lemo the cat would be good. Adventures of Lemo cat. Listen, Lemo is just like, I don't even think he is a cat. I don't know what he is. He eats Weetabix for breakfast. He has like duck on a Friday. I think he just thinks he's a person, but he's proper horrible. Like, you don't realise how horrible this cat is, you know. He's just on the attack, just like, you know, he sneaks around, he's hiding under the table, you go in the kitchen, as soon as you walk out, he's like, get you, he's like, Lemo, Lemo! So what I mean? So there's no really adventures with him. He's just like one big adventure as he is, you know what I mean? But to be fair though, he did come in the other day with a little baby dead mouse and stuck in someone's shoes, visit me. This isn't a question, it's more of a statement, yeah. Name droppers will be persona non grata. That's a shout, that, you know. That's a shout. That's GC27. South London Buzz. Yeah, I can't even read that. Right, this is from Michael Cord, yeah, or Michael Cord S. Do you ever have the thing where you're having a fight with someone, and let's face it, after 2 minutes all your energy is gone, you realise there isn't going to be a winner, and you just start laughing. Next thing you know, they're laughing too. No, mate, no, because I'm training regularly and I'm conditioned to have a state now. I'm not saying I'm hard, I'm not saying it like that, but 2 minutes, I haven't even started, not even in first gear after 2 minutes. So, not really. The best statement I ever had was, it went on for about 45 minutes, and it was with a boxer, yeah. They were on a night out, and they come to Liverpool, there was about 16 of them, and we were in a club, and the club we were in was like our mate's bar, so we had that sort of fame as well with us. And they were front, so we just said, yeah, Simon, come back at 4 o'clock in the morning when the club shut, and we left it. So they were like, yeah, sound. So I just thought they were chatting shit, and like, he kept pointing me out, you, I've done this to your man, and I was just like, oh, lads, I said, listen, come back at 4 o'clock, and we'll sort it. So give them the due, they did come back, and they were up for it. So we brought them in, we took them downstairs, and it just went off, right? It weren't a gang fight. I had him a one-on-one stinger, and to be fair, it was probably one of the hardest fights I've ever had in my life, you know, because he was conditioned as well more than me because he was a professional. So, you know, it's a different league, but got there in the end, you know what I mean? Got there in the end, just about, but got there in the end, and, you know, we were sound after it, and to be fair now, I still speak to that kid now, honest to God, get on that then. Right, 9'9", what's happening, lads? We speak all the time, don't we? Can you do a list of Scouse words for us non-Scousers? Took me some time to work out Ken wasn't a person. Also, what's your favourite insult? So, well, lads, I don't like insulting people. I banter with people and that, but I don't really like insulting people, mate, because, you know, it's just not the type of person I am. But as for the words for non-Scousers, yeah, I'll do that. You know what, I'll make a little video, a translation video for you in the next, like, I'll say, like, next few days, but that means weeks, you already know, you know. But I will get round to it, you know what I mean? I will get round to it, lads. So, nice one for that. Let's see. Mark James, what was it like when you met some proper big hitters in Europe? Ah, lads of flaps, the flap lads, because it wasn't really so much Europe, it was more like South America. I went there, and as I went there, when I got there, they were just like a different league. These were all like carrying pieces legit and all that, so I sort of half shit myself. I was only young as well. So they said to me, you're hungry, do you want something to eat? And I was like, yeah, I'm starving. And then once I had the scan, the lad who was there, who was my contact, said to me, it's a good job you ate that. I went, why? And he was like, because if you wouldn't have, lad, that means you're nervous and you got something to hide. Didn't even think of that. Good job I was hungry, innit? Right, same person. Will you ever tell your kids or encourage them to stay with this lifestyle? My kids are far from this lifestyle. My kids wouldn't even know where to start this lifestyle, mate, and they never will. My kids now are like, they live in a nice part of Liverpool, they go to private schools, but they're not going to be nothing like me. And I did what I did so they could do what they're going to do. And they're not going to be like me, mate. They're not cut from the same cloth. They are cut from the same cloth, but they're not already. You can tell, I mean, I can tell that they wouldn't last 5 minutes in this game, mate, so they're not going to be introduced to it. And if anyone I know goes anywhere near them in that light, then that'll be the last fucking thing they do, believe you me. Yeah, same person again, right? When is enough? 60, 70, 80. Like you said, these kids coming through the ranks don't give a fuck and will try and make a name for themselves. So that's what you've got to counteract, right? So because we understand this yet. So what you do is if like, without sounding like a bellend or encouraging people or, you know, giving them a house to graft sort of thing, but as you get older, you get new people in the ranks, yeah? But you don't go to like people who aren't already active. You don't like start grooming kids like loads of people do, giving them pieces, sounds like this and that. You find people who are already active, and once they get to a certain age, that's what their life's going to be. So if you've got a lad who's 18 and he's been grafting since he was 15, he's never going to stop that. So you start getting into them, do you know what I mean? You start getting into them, and that's what you do. So yeah, so you just replace like, yeah, you replace your generation and sort of things, you get what I mean? That's what you do. In fiction, obviously, because these are all fictional, aren't they? So is Shooters the film close to real life? Yeah, it is real life, because the cast of Shooters, they were all doormen. Yeah, they were all doormen on a club called The Buzz. And I was only speaking to one of them not so long ago. I know I don't name names and that, but everyone knows me anyway, he's on the film. So Desi, I was talking to Desi not long ago, I know all of them, yeah. They're not like me big top close mates and that, but I do on them and I'm on them, yeah. So talking to Desi, and he's now a close quarter personal security guard in Russia, arms. Or I don't know whether he's still doing it now, but he was then. This was a few months ago, I was speaking to him. So yeah, I'd say this. I'd say it's like, basically it is real life, isn't it? Do you know what I mean, in that game? Right, this is a good question, this one, this is a good question. Is any time where you felt intimidated and had to surrender because you're not in your local area? No, not at all, because I'll never surrender. Unless someone's got a piece to my face or they've got someone held like not like hostage, but you know what I mean, where I'll never surrender. So that's it. And if it's a fair fight, I'll always have it. Even if you get bladdered, whatever, I'll always have it. So there's been many times where I've been fronted like that, and to be fair, like, I'll just run you over. I'm not asked, it is what it is, and that's that. Do you know what I mean? So, not really. It's never happened to me before because I've always been the same one out the way. I've always respected everyone. Like, I've always treated everyone with respect. So, it's never really, nothing's ever come on me like that, to be totally honest. Like, there's loads of questions on WhatsApp as well. So, I'm going to move to that now and to them. How did you grow up in Liverpool shape your outlook on life? I've already answered that in the last one. It's called Interrogation. I'm not going down the same path. What was the toughest moment you faced while navigating that world? I've said it before. Some kid ran out of the bushes with a Glock. Or I don't know if it was a Glock, imagine a pistol, whatever, but I absolutely shit myself. So that was one of them. And then there was another time, what I said before the last one, I had a Glock in my mouth over swag. So that shit myself then as well. And then the other time when that frame went through my gaff and just wrapped me up down, yeah. So I've already said all that, so you asked me the same question as last time. What was the most important lesson you learned from your experiences? See people with respect. Don't try and rob no one, don't try and rat no one, and don't think you're on one because you're not on one. How has the city of Liverpool influenced the way you live and think, especially in tough neighbourhoods? I'm a Scouser, yeah. To me, a Scouse is a way of life, it's not just a location. So if you know what I mean, then you know what I mean. If you don't, then you don't. But I'm not going to go into it now. Let's see. What role does loyalty play in the lifestyle you're a part of? Everything. Without loyalty, you're absolutely fucked. Because anyone will set you up, anyone will do anything to you. People see, like, they see jealousy, they get green-eyed, they see it in cars, they see it and they want it, but they don't want to work for it, they just want to take it, and that's the problem. People just want to take. So when you've got a bit of dough flying around you and everyone starts to see it, everyone wants a piece of your pie. So you've got to be careful of that. Like, you've got family, lens this, that, you never get it back, and then, oh, but family, like, oh, fuck off, yeah. So how do you view the law and police force in Liverpool? Stay away from them. Just stay away from them as much as you can. Yeah. What do you think about the current state of crime in the city? Has it changed over the years? Yeah, it's gone well worse. Like, it hasn't gone well worse, but it's gone more, like, unpredictable because anyone could do anything. Back in the old days, you knew who had guns, you knew who was stationed, and the crime families used to control who got the guns and stuff like that. But now, they've got no say in it because what happens is another police force coming to Liverpool from out the way, and all these backhanders and all the corruption just got swept aside. So all these, like, people who thought it was safe throwing backhanders and sweetness to busies, that didn't count no more. So everyone just got stuck out basically. So it just unsettled everything and just put everything back to a reset. And right now, anything goes, anything's anything, yeah. Anything's anything. How do you balance family life and street life? I keep two things worlds apart, yeah. Now, you might think, what's he on about? You're on YouTube, or I'm naming some faces, and, you know, my next door neighbours don't know what I do. So I keep it all away from you, yeah. You don't shit on your own doorstep. Everyone thinks like they don't know what I do, they just presume like he's got that car, I'm just like, everything's on lease, everything's not mine, it's all just on, like, stop. That's what I say to everyone, like. So what advice you give to young people today who might be tempted to follow that path? Think twice, yeah. Here's what I'm saying to you, go to the playlist, it's 2 parts, it's called Think Twice, yeah. Do not jump in thinking you're on one, because it'll be the last thing you do, right? What do you think it takes to escape the world once you're deeply involved? I can walk away now. If I want to, and there's why I can, because I've never dogged no one. I've never done anything bad to anyone. I don't owe no money. I'm not, I just do my own thing. We're independent, so I can do what I want. If I want to leave, I'll leave, and that's that. But do you want to leave? No. Why was that? Yeah, this is a good one, right? This is a good one. What do you believe are the biggest misconceptions about people who grew up in rough areas? That they're scumbags. That's the problem. People think because, you grew up in like a council, whatever, you had no doubt that you're a rat. But you see these people, right? These people, not all of them, some of them are rats, but you see the ones that aren't, they're the special people, because they're like, you can get people who are born with silver spoons. They've never had to slap in their lives, and they're just proper cheeky little rats, because they don't need to not be like that, because they can do what they want. The dad's got job or whatever. But See if they're like the normal average lad in Liverpool who's not a rat, grew up like, not poverty, but, you know, quite poor and all that. They're loyal if, you know, if they think you deserve it. So I've found that, yeah, I've found that, you know, most of my mates that grew up like that, most of my mates, even me, we all come from nothing. But, you know, I hand on heart think now that if you listen to this now, met any of us in real life, you'd see that there's no difference of what I'm saying on this channel to what it is in real life. And that's like a key point. Be real about it, yeah? Always be true to yourself, because if you live your life as someone else, you're not even alive, yeah? Do you get me? Right, moving on, this is Davo. What's happening, Davo, lad? Right, when you were in that world, okay, when you were in that world, what motivated you to stay in it? Money. Obviously, money's a motivator. Now, people might say money's not everything or whatever, but it helps, doesn't it? So, why do you go to work? Why do you get up at 7 o'clock in the morning and go to work all day? Why do you work, what, 5-6 days a week, yeah? You know, when you start doing things like that and you're working in a job that you don't really want to be in, what motivates you to stay in that job? Obviously money, isn't it? But I like doing what I do. Now, I'm not saying like, I'm not encouraging people to do it or advise people to do it, because, you know, it's quite the opposite on the channel, you know that. But what you've got to do is, some people will do it with or without whatever you say. So the people, what I'm trying to filter out, listen, not everyone's made for that, yeah? Some people are like, they've got addictive personalities, they're, you know, the shit with money, the blah, 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 yeah? If you start dabbling into that world and you bring that shit to that world will bring shit to you, believe you me. So it's not for everyone, and I don't recommend anyone does it, but me personally, I wouldn't change nothing at all. And if I go back to the start, I'd do everything exactly the same, because I've had a very, very happy and, let's just say, I've had a good life, in my opinion, because, you know, I'm always smiling. Now, there is risks that come with it, but so far, so good, do you get me? Right, what do you consider the biggest difference between street life and a normal world? The biggest difference is, in the normal world, if you do something wrong, you'll get sacked. In this world, if you do something wrong, you go night-night, do you get me? And depending on how big it is, what you've done wrong, so people around you. So it's a totally different world, do you get me? It's a totally different world. Yeah, let's just say we're playing a game, and on this game, you've got two options. You've got the normal life, which you've got 3 lives on, or you've got this life, where you've got 1 life on. Do you see the difference, yeah? Now, how careful would you be if you only had 1 life on the game instead of 3? Yeah? Right, the sort of, I've just answered that before, but looking back, is there anything you would have done differently if you had the chance? No, absolutely not at all, you know. Right, I'm gonna have to go.